Project Zomboid is a game I've been following for almost the entire time it's been in early access, which was 13 years ago?
Oh my goodness!
I bought it 3 years ago during a sale in 2023, and I haven't touched it since then. I finally decided it was time to raw dog my way from a Project Zomboid noob little babby bitch boy chud to a PZ epic pro gamer giga chad. Here's my experience playing Project Zomboid for the first time ever. I picked Survivor difficulty, as I assume this is the difficulty most people play. I randomized my perks, which in hindsight is probably not the best idea as a greenhorn to the game, and I named my first victim, Survivor, Jeffin. Now I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Jeffin was not long for this world. After immediately running out of my starter home without doing a thorough search, I immediately find some hungry boys looking for a little munch. At this point, I am not aware of the ability to sprint. For the next two characters I create, I do not use the sprint key whatsoever. Didn't know there was a sprint key and a jog key. Side note, whichever developer decided that you can find canned food everywhere, but no can openers in sight, I don't like you. Now let's not hold on to Jeffin for too long. After 17 minutes or 5 in-game hours, he meets his untimely demise due to exhaustion. A lot of running, nowhere to go. Zombies caught up.
What the way, leave me alone! I'm going down a fighter, damn it. Oh. So that was my first... Am I still alive? Can we finish eating me already? Goddamn. Holy shit, okay. So, 5 in-game hours, you killed 1 zombie. Good shit, gang.
Introducing Jeff Pringle, the illiterate, smoking adrenaline junkie that quite literally never needs to sleep due to the night owl and wakeful perks, which I assume work together. Spoiler alert, we never get that far to find out. Jeff Pringle is a character I tried to make a real effort into building, and I think I had some good ideas going in. I just don't know how to play the game. Well, I learned a couple valuable lessons regarding stress and exhaustion management in this run, and also got lucky enough to find a couple weapons. Pringle really likes to bring the crowd to him. I made the conscious decision to visit a little fishing cabin on the water, and let's just go to the live feed and see how things went.
How did that many zombies get here? What? Like, that, there was like, did they just follow you indefinitely? Are they able to track you like indefinitely once they see you? Because there's no way you had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 3 more just walked in. 23 zombies in the middle of fucking nowhere by the ocean. Like, what? Okay. I had expectations coming into this game, okay? I knew it wasn't going to be easy. What the fuck is happening in Project Zomboid? What is this game, dude?
Yeah, I never learned how to actually load the gun. So how did Mr. Pringle do, huh? Oh, 15 minutes or 4 in-game hours. Yeah, that was worse. Now, this is when most people might decide to call it. Maybe do some research, maybe never play the game, switch stream over to your comfort game. Not I. I was determined to make it through my first night in Project Zomboid. Enter Jefftalia Streeter. By far my strongest rolled character, with a massive boon in fitness and strength, at the cost of being deaf, which I'm learning is one of the harder negative traits to take. Streeter would be the one. I wouldn't let my past failures get in the way of the path of greatness. I'm seeing this right now. She got bit. Roughly 9 minutes into literally being live. Yeah, I got super greedy after seeing a couple flesh munchers, one with a backpack, and I'm like, ooh, I could take them with my meat cleaver. Now, if you don't know how Project Zomboid or literally every zombie apocalypse media ever made treats zombie bites, Jeftalia's on borrowed time. And I don't know how much borrowed time. I've never played this game, right? So at the moment, I wasn't sure if I was just gonna die right away or not, so I figured I'd just keep it going. I just figured I'd keep it going to see how the rest of this attempt could go. So let's see where Jefftalia ends, because she has a time limit now. After a harrowing escape involving on-the-fly bandage crafting, tree hopping, and a life-or-death 1v1, I made my way to the open road. We are so back. Jefftalia's story is not over yet. It almost came to an end after I preemptively took a sit in some trees before making sure the coast was clear. But we are alive. Now, as you can probably tell, I did stream this experience, and I just have to give a quick shout out to this absolute goat named Ivonicus Nuno. I believe that's how you say that. They popped into my chat, they gave me a ton of useful tips and guidance in my time of need. They helped me get my footing in a helpless and bleak world, even if I probably annoyed the hell out of them with my low-key awful gameplay and a million different questions. After I shit you not a full 20 minutes of walking down the road, through fog thicker than a bowl of ice cream, we finally find a couple houses to scavenge. These super rural houses and areas are full of a whole lot of nothing is what I'm learning. We scrape out whatever we can find, have a couple encounters with some Zeds along the way, and we continue our march towards who knows where. A little deeper in, Ivonic taught me about the sprint button. And man, I wish I realized I was being a dumbass sooner, as the ability to sprint probably would have helped both Jeffin and Mr. Pringles quite a bit in terms of outrunning the hordes that they would meet their untimely demise to.
You can try out my sprint. Whoa, that is so much faster. Okay, so that's how you run away.
Oh well, you live, you die, and you learn. Kind of the whole point of this experience, I suppose, right? For the next 40 minutes, I attempt to apply everything I've learned over the past 3 runs. Sprinting past tiny groups of zombies through the trees, resting in the shadows, zooming out and using the isometric view to see past your normal vision, to spot zombies ahead of time instead of running in like an absolute bozo. There's so much you have to account for when it comes to this game, and I'm learning that really quick. However, once you get a feel for it, things get a bit easier to navigate. Around this time is also when I have the dumbass moment in which I forget that I have the deaf trait, and for the rest of the stream, I just make the assumption that the game bugged out after a jump scare and my audio broke from this encounter.
Oh, Jesus fuck! Oh, it's been so quiet for so long. That actually got me. Jesus Christ. Whew. I cannot hear anything right now. What happened? Is my character, like, losing their hearing or something? Is that what's happening? Because I hear nothing now. I heard like the sound effects from like doing something. Yeah, I'm gonna assume it is my character.
Sorry, PZ devs, I'm just an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. The second act of Jefftalia's heroic tale involves me pushing my luck quite a bit more. I decide to take a stand to the zombies around the road, testing my limits to see how much I can handle. A lot of 1v1s, a couple 2-on-1s, but I do my best to avoid more than that since I don't exactly trust myself, even if my character was in better health. I have just about every negative moodlet you can have at one point. And yes, I know they're not called moodlets, but this game just makes me think of what those Game Boy and DS Sims games would be if it was in a zombie apocalypse setting. Y'all remember Herb Sims in the City? That game was sick, bro. After, I believe, a full 2 days on the road, which, by the way, Jefftalia did make it past the first day, so we're pretty happy, right? After 2 full days, we find a lone, unbothered gas station. And after hopping through the window, we just hit the jackpot. Food. So much frickin' food. We line our stomach and our pockets with jujubes, gummy bears, granola bars, chips. And in that moment, I could only catch a glimpse of the serotonin Jefftalia probably felt if she was real in this moment. This is, of course, just a small victory with what time she has left. But man, does that little victory feel good? This was kind of that moment when it clicked in my head when I understood why people love Zomboid the way that they do. This game doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't pull punches. But once you get that hit, once you get that little thing that makes you keep going, it's wonderful. There's still so much to learn. How to survive through nightmare scenarios. and still persevere. Those small victories feel so much larger when you remember that the only one left is you, and you did that, and you kept going. Unfortunately, after the huge grab at the gas station, Jefftalia would shortly meet her end. Full of exhaustion, zombies in every crevice ready to pounce at her, she makes her final stand on the same road that both took and gave her everything. 5 Zeds, 1 Jeff, 1 chance. With so much stress, fear, pain, exhaustion, slowly bleeding out to death, Jefftalia would go out in a blaze of glory. Her name will forever be etched as the first survivor I would bring beyond day 1 in Project Zomboid. So, what do I think of Project Zomboid after giving it a fair and honest playthrough? Or 3? Well, it's complicated to a degree. I've watched some Zomboid content in my time, right? So it's not like it's completely fresh to me, but playing it for the first time without knowing what you're doing or anything going on, it's such a rush of emotions. You get mad at the game for being stupid, even though it's probably your fault. You feel like it's a mess of menus with weird controls. And at the same time, you get excited to explore, to survive, to try to thrive, and all of this just kind of comes to a moment, right? And you feel this overwhelming sense of satisfaction when things go right. A lot of it is moment to moment where you just have to react, make quick plans, or scrap your way out of things, and I love that. At the same time, it does feel more like a simulation than it does just a straightforward game. Your character doesn't do anything a normal human can't do. You're living in the confines of a zombie apocalypse. But other than that, there's a ton of realism to how you operate. And honestly, I really dig that. I hope to get a playthrough going long enough to where I can actually establish a base and experience the slew of mechanics that this game has that I couldn't even touch, like mechanical work, farming, and building. I think there's even fishing from what I saw. This most definitely would not be the last time I give Project Zomboid my unbridled and unabashed attention, as this experience is one I will not forget. Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for watching to the end. I won't promise that my upload or stream schedule will be anything more than this video or that stream, but I am hoping to try to make more things happen in the near future. The older I get, the more I honestly do miss following this stupid dream of being a content creator. And even if I never make a dime off of it, I felt like I needed a creative outlet to entertain people. So, thanks again. I appreciate you guys. Much love to you if you made it this far, and make sure you have yourself a good one. Peace.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, turn orange.